Crawford's training again. Took a little picture of him back in the gym. And people keep talking about Jerome Boots Ennis and Terence Crawford. Does Errol Spence exist anymore? Smash the like, sub to the channel, share the video. Catch me live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night at 7:30. I'm also live every Sunday morning with the Singing OG KQKC Boxing Network. Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And please join the channel as a member. Drop super chat and super thanks when you come by the live streams, videos that we do. And hit me up if you want to debate. Knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com is the email address. Or you can just come by the channel when I'm live and we can get it cracking. So Terence Crawford, Jerome Boots Ennis, man. Errol Spence, this little triangle right here. A lot of people talking about Terence Crawford and Jerome Boots Ennis and really pushing that fight at the welterweight division. And Terence Bud Crawford is back in the gym training. And my stance on all of this shit, bro, is really, really simple. We need clarity. What's going on with Errol Spence? How long are you gonna be out? Is that eye surgery a setback? Are you going to be able to fight in the summertime? Are you going to be able to fight in the spring? When are you going to be able to get back in the ring again? Because I understand rematch clauses, and yes, he wants his rematch. He deserves his rematch, bro. But at what point do we look at it as boxing fans and take a step back and be like, look, bro, you can't be holding up another man's career. You know what I'm saying? Like, they need to put a date on that rematch. We need a date on Errol Spence's return. And he need to get his get back and see if he can win the rematch, or it's time for Terence Crawford to be able to see other options, bro. At the end of the day, I want to see both of these brothers in the ring as soon as possible. And I don't believe that if Spence is gonna be out for another 6 months, or he can't train for another 3 months, and they gotta push the fight back to the fall or winter of this year or something, bro. It's just that's a waste of time, bro. That's a waste of time, specifically because Errol could have been gotten his surgery. Let's say you're so there's two camps, right? And I'm just speaking facts to y'all. You can get mad all you want to. There's two camps. There's the camp that believe, oh, when he said that the surgery been past due, he was talking about after the Bud fight. Oh, when he said that the eye surgery been past due, he was talking before the Bud fight. Whatever train of thought that you're of, bro, if you're of the train of thought that he could have got the surgery before the Bud fight, then, bro, why didn't he? He fought Ugas in April of 2022. He was negotiating with Bud for 6 months straight. When the fight fell through, why didn't he get surgery? Or you can say, oh, it happened after the Bud fight, KO. It happened after the Bud fight. It got worse after the Bud fight. He didn't need surgery until after the Bud fight. Okay, he fought Bud Crawford July 29th. You know you had a rematch clause. You said you wanted a rematch with him. No problem. Get your get back. You got that shit. You negotiated that shit. I'm rooting for you, dog. Y'all see it's Dallas all day over here, bro. Y'all know it's Errol Spence all day over here. But, okay, August, September, October, November, December. You wait till January to get the surgery? That don't make sense. It's past due and you wait till now to get it? Nah, bro. Nah. So I believe that we should get a date on this Spence Crawford rematch, or Crawford should be allowed to move on, bro. That ain't no shade towards Errol. Much love to Errol. I'll always be a fan of his. Never be a fan of Crawford like that, bro. I don't rock with him for whatever reason. I just don't. But his career shouldn't be held up, bro. Because Errol Spence, in my opinion, made bad decisions with not getting the surgery before the fight. If you one of them people that believe that he should have got he got injured before the fight and had cataracts before the fight, and that's why he was taking so many jabs and hooks, like he said, well, okay, why didn't you get that shit before the fight then? Or if you learned a hard lesson and that's why you were taking jabs and hooks and you thought you could beat him anyway, but then you realized that you needed to be at your best, and so you was gonna get the surgery so you could be better in the second fight. Okay, then why did you wait 4-5 months after the first fight to get your surgery, bro? Either way, it's a bad decision. It's a bad decision, bro. And what people will say is, well, Bud Crawford made Errol wait. He pulled out a negotiation for Avanesia. He made Errol wait, so shit, he can wait for Bud. Bud can wait for him now. It's his turn to wait. He on Errol time. I mean, I hear that, bro, and that's petty and childish to me, in my opinion. Like, as a fight fan, yes, I got my favorites and shit, but I ain't emotionally invested like a lot of y'all is. At the end of the day, what's wrong for one person is wrong for another person. And just like it was wrong for Bud to pull out and make Errol wait and do all of this shit. That shit was wrong. To me, I don't want to say wrong, but that's a decision. Like, that's a bad decision. If you serious about a rematch, you get that surgery as quick as possible so you can heal as quick as possible and have as much time to train as possible, bro. And have as much time to heal as possible. And have as many months in between you and that surgery as you can before the fight happens again for the rematch. That's just my opinion. So there's that on the Errol and Bud thing. I want Errol to get his rematch because that's what he negotiated and that's what he signed for. But at the same time, if this injury and this surgery is something that's going to make him have to delay the rematch and have to push it back further, I don't believe Bud Crawford should have to wait, bro. Just like I didn't believe Errol should have to wait. Because this is a surgery that could have been done months ago, if not longer. If you go off of Errol Spence's words of it's been way past overdue, and that's why I've been getting hit with so many jabs and hooks. That mean they told you you've been supposed to have this surgery and you just didn't get it. So now another man's career should be held up because you waited to get your surgery? Nah, bro. I can't rock with it no matter how much I rock with the fighter. So there's that. Jerron Boots Ennis. Terence Bud Crawford. Here's what I'll say about that situation. I think that Jerron Boots Ennis and Terence Crawford is the best fight left at the welterweight division. And I'm of the mindset that if Bud Crawford is going to be fighting at 147 pounds, and he's not fighting Errol Spence in a rematch at 147, which is obviously unlikely because Errol can't make 147 anymore. He made it clear he wants to fight at 154. But assuming that his rematch with Errol Spence is not happening at 147, and he is going to indeed fight again at 147, then there's no other fight at 147 that makes any sense whatsoever. Any sense, bro. You can't think of one. You can't think of one fight that if Bud Crawford is fighting at 147 pounds, you can't think of a fight that's better or bigger other than Errol Spence Jr. If it's not Errol Spence Jr. and he's fighting at 147, then the only fight should be Jerron Boots Ennis. I don't understand what the problem is with that, and I don't understand why people will have any issue with that. The key is, though, if he's fighting at 154, then Jerron Boots Ennis is not an option, and Jerron Boots Ennis needs to continue to build his legacy at 147 pounds. And then that's where Bud Crawford versus Jermell Charlo, Bud Crawford versus Tim Tszyu, fights like that come into play. That's where those fights will come into play. But is the Jermell Charlo fight even on the table? Because Jermell Charlo got his horrible publicity with him putting his hands on his wife came out. Fans gonna be checking for that. Did he hurt his name in the sport of boxing? Is he even gonna fight again anytime soon? With the backlash and shit that he's gotten for that. So Bud's options for the type of, because you know Bud gonna demand a certain payday. You know he wants to fight on pay-per-view. And so his options for a pay-per-view fight that people are clamoring for, that people are asking for, is really an Errol Spence rematch at 154. Or Bud Crawford and Jerron Boots Ennis fight. Or he could roll the dice, fight Tim Tszyu over in Australia and maybe get a real big bad that way, but it's him and Tim Tszyu a big fight here in America. Those are things that he has to think about on top of whoever he fighting. He ain't going to want to take a pay cut. He made it clear, big money fights is all I'm in it for. That's why he don't want to fight Jerron Boots Ennis in the first place. But Jerron Boots Ennis, outside of Errol Spence, if Errol don't want to go back to 147, is the biggest fight at 147 pounds, bro. So I think of it quite simple. If Bud's fighting at 140, I say all that to say this very, very succinctly. If Bud Crawford's fighting at 147 pounds and he's not fighting Errol Spence in a rematch, then the fight needs to be Jerron Boots Ennis. If he's not fighting at 147 pounds, then you can possibly think of something like a Jermell Charlo or Tim Tszyu if it's not the Errol Spence rematch. That's really it and really all. So this idea that Jerron Boots Ennis don't bring nothing to the table for Bud, or it's not a good fight, or that's just beneath Bud Crawford, bro, y'all gotta stop this shit. Like, Jerron Boots Ennis can't be beneath you when Jose Benavidez is on your resume. He can't be beneath you when Jeff Horn or fucking Amir Khan or Mean Machine and Kell Brook, like, he can't be beneath you when you done fought these guys at the time that you fought them. Miss me with the, oh, well, this guy's a champion, that guy's a champion. I'm talking about when you fought them. The Kell Brook that showed up to fight Bud Crawford can't hold a candle to the Jerome Boots Ennis that's fighting right now. Same with the Amir Khan that fought Bud Crawford. Same with Jose Benavidez. Same with Mean Machine. That's what I'm saying, bro. You didn't care about what you got out of fighting them. Your fans didn't care, so we can't act like, oh, Jerome Boots Ennis don't bring nothing to the table. That shit just sound like you apprehensive and people, you know, are gonna pick up on that. So that's my thoughts on the whole situation. Errol Spence rematch. Obviously, that's the first priority, but Errol Spence is on the hook for letting us know when he gonna be back, how soon, and if it take too long, I ain't got no problem with Bud Crawford fighting somebody in the meantime, and then Errol can get his rematch, assuming Bud Crawford wins or get the winner or whatever Bud Crawford is in there with. Just because nobody's career should be held up by another person's injury, bro. It just is what it is. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Comment below, smash like, sub to the channel. I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.